hope all is well with everyone. Welcome in. Hi. We are going to get started today. Today we're going to be talking about, as per usual, eating away diabetes, insulin resistance, inflammation, and diabetes in natural healing. So, if you are as excited as I am about the direction that we're going in 2025, first of all, if you have not followed me, go ahead and follow me. But we are diving into a topic that is impacting so many lives, and they don't even realize it because majority of society does not even realize that they're insulin resistant. So that's a major issue that we are having in our society, that people are sitting out here not realizing that they're insulin resistant, yet they keep doing the same exact thing every single day, suffering from fatigue, suffering from all of these different issues, and they don't realize that they're inflamed because they don't realize the fact that they are insulin resistant because they don't know the signs. And one of the key factors and key signs to realizing that you are in an insulin resistant state is inflammation. And a lot of people think that inflammation is arthritis. They think it's a number of different issues with physically feeling bad, but they don't tailor it or tailor their mindset around the fact that inflammation causes majority of these diseases, over 75% of the diseases that we suffer from. And so when we are sitting here dealing with diabetes, insulin resistance, when we're sitting here dealing with these two hand in hand, they're both impacted negatively because you are having inflammation issues. When you are built up with toxins store inside of your fat cells. These toxins are going to cause issues like inflammation, because inflammation is your body's sign to let you know that, hey, there's something wrong. There's something off. And so instead of you realizing that there's a problem and taking care of that problem, you just sit here and manage. You sit here and do the same thing expecting a different result, which is the literal definition of insanity. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So today I'm going to be showing you the helpful tips that you need for you to start healing and understanding the space of healing. And so if you are dealing with insulin resistance or diabetes or overloaded inflammation, this live is going to be able to help you, as well as all the other things that I list throughout this live. Okay, so stay tuned. So we're going to be talking about what is really causing this diabetes epidemic, because we are in an epidemic, okay? Also, how insulin resistance and inflammation are harming your body, as well as we're going to be talking about the steps that you need to take in order to get to the space of healing, rather than you just sitting here managing and trying to stay alive. Because too many people are sitting out here managing day by day with prescription. Their body's in fight or flight mode, so you're just trying to make it by to stay alive. And you're not realizing that food is a powerful impacts that can help you heal, as well as the fact that when you establish little small habit changes, this is going to change your complete lifestyle, which is going to allow you to heal yourself naturally from the inside out. Okay, so these are the topics that we're going to hit today. Share this live with anybody that you know that will be impacted by this positively and that will take this information and actually use it. If you are here for a band-aid or a quick fix and you just want something that you can take a prescription or a supplement for, and you have no time, nor do you care about your health, I am not here for you. But if you are somebody that is ready to not only be taken care of, if you are a mother that's dealing with a child with diabetes, because that's more common than not, or insulin resistance, if you are a person yourself dealing with insulin resistance or diabetes, or you know that you have a loved one that will be impacted by this information, that is suffering from insulin resistance or diabetes or overloaded inflammation, not only share the live with them, but you can also share the information. Okay, so before we dive in, how many of you currently are dealing with insulin resistance or diabetes? Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I don't know what you're talking about. HC Picks, listen. I'm going to give you one more chance to identify yourself as not a troll before I block you, because I'm still trying to figure out if you're trolling or if you're not. And I mean that in the best space of love and light, but I'm not in the mood. Like, that's just what it is. Usually I let it ride, but I'm not in the mood. I really appreciate the follow. Thank you. So, if you are dealing with the diabetes or insulin resistance right now, I want you to understand that, or if you're dealing with insulin resistance rather, A lot of people are undiagnosed. A lot of people go and they're not diagnosed, and they don't realize that they're dealing with insulin resistance, and so they're not really worried about their blood sugar levels. A lot of people in society are not worried about their blood sugar levels, but we can overconsume sugar, and we sit here every single day and spike our blood sugar levels to the point where this is how you develop insulin resistance, because your body, your cells inside of your body, they stop responding to insulin, which aka means they can no longer convert this sugar into energy, because they extract the glucose and use that for energy. But when you're in an insulin resistant state, your cells cannot absorb it and use it the way that they need to. So if you are looking to improve your overall health, this is what we have to do first. We have to observe the state of what society is going through. Observe where we are. Observe what's happening in your family. Observe what's happening outside in society, what's happening when you just walk outside and you look. Observe what is happening inside of your own body, because a lot of people are insulin resistant and don't realize. You have to take a look at the fact that there are 37 point something, there's over 37 million people that are living with diabetes, okay? An additional 96 million people are pre-diabetic. 96 million people are pre-diabetic, okay? So, let's go ahead and get you out of here. Let's just go ahead and block them, because they, okay? So, let's go ahead and get you out of here. Let's just go ahead and block them, because they I had to remove somebody because they don't want to be here. They don't want to learn. They don't want to change. I'm not here for ear hustlers. I'm not here for people who want momentary band-aids. I'm here for the people that want change. I'm not here for trolls. I'm here for people that want change. So if you are looking for help, you're looking for healing, you're looking for change instead of managing, I'm here for you, okay? So let's continue where we were talking about. Excuse me, everybody. So, shockingly, about 80% of people with prediabetes, which is insulin resistance, don't even know that they have it. Majority of them are walking around here day by day talking about how they're so tired and they're fatigued, they're mentally fogged, they feel like that they're always craving sugar. They're sitting here dealing with issues with inflammation, which majority of the time are different signs of insulin resistance, and they sit here and they don't realize that they're leading themselves down a path of diabetes, okay? And I hate to say it, because it's like when you look at the numbers and you look at the stats, but it is right there telling you people are getting diabetes and prediabetes younger and younger. They're finding more teens, let me specify, because people don't like to categorize them as kids, but teens are still children. Teens and young adults are about to surpass adults on the statistics of having diabetes. So when you look at that and you see the fact that there are literal children that are sitting here about to be diagnosed with gestational diabetes, that's really like a key factor to let you know that as soon as we start feeding our children, we're already spiking their insulin. So that means that we don't know how to truly take care of our body and give our body the nutrients that it needs. We don't know how to give it the nourishment that it needs. And so you've been feeding this child something inflammatory all of their life and spiking their blood sugar. And so now here they are, maybe let's say they're 13 years old, and now they go to the doctor and they're telling you that your child is pre-diabetic. What are you going to do if you sit there and you turn around and they tell you there's no more insulin coming in? Your doctor's office has closed, because that's what's going to start happening. They're going to start closing these little practitioners. They're going to start closing all of these smaller businesses, because we're loving to flock to smaller businesses. But now only corporations are going to be able to thrive where our economy is going. Think about the fact that when they stop making it accessible to everybody who can't afford it, because now your insurance company has dropped you and you have to pay $100,000 for you to be able to take care of your child. Imagine when your insulin is no longer available because you have to pay $200 out of pocket. Think about what you're going to be able to sit there and tell your child when you're like, well, you have to have insulin, but I can't afford it. That's a hard discussion and a hard thought, right? So think about the fact that in a lighter space, in light of that, think about how you could be in the opposite end of that, instead of on the negative end, but on the positive end of actually knowing how to take care of your body, not suffering, not having to depend on the medication. So you're not having to tell your child, I can't afford your medication, but rather being able to feed them and use food as medicine. Imagine the thought of the fact that you have to choose between, do I feed my child today or do I use insulin? When you could just in reality decide, let me feed my child and give them nourishment, which will help their body heal itself. That's going to be the space for the people that are ready to heal. They realize that food is medicine rather than just consuming. But for the people that depend on a medication and think that they have to have it and they're going to unalive if they don't have it, you're in the wrong space. And I'm telling you now that you are going to go down a path that is going to be struggling in the next couple of years. And to the point where it's going to be an extinction process. You're either going to unalive or you're going to have the pockets to be ran, because they're running everybody's pockets in the next couple of years. They've already been running your pockets for the past 5 years. So really sit here and think about that. The problem is systematic. Not only is it our diet culture and how we believe in diets, but it's also us thinking that we can fill our life with processed foods, terrible sugars, and unhealthy fats, and we can still live and thrive, and our body should be giving back to us. How is it possible that your body's going to be able to get back to you? Explain to me. If you think about it, the same way your car, if you give it no oil change, you never rotate your tires, if you never put gas in it, do you expect your car to run and to go? You never get your oil changed, you never put gas in it, you never rotate your tires. Do you expect that car to run efficiently? Do you expect to get to your destination? Do you expect to take a vacation in that car? No. So why do you think that your body, the vessel that needs nourishment every single day, can get no fuel, it can get no movement, no support, and you think that your body's supposed to give back to you? You're supposed to wake up with energy? You're supposed to be able to make it through the day without having to take a nap? You think that you're supposed to wake up and be able to function off of coffee? If you expect your car to not run unless you do the correct maintenance, why do you think your body can run off of nothing? People will be out here and talk about, well, I just drank coffee today. You giving it no fruits, no vegetables, no water. All you've drank is coffee. And you expect yourself not to crash. It's insanity. It's crazy to think that we can combine a sedentary life with processed foods, with terrible toxic sugars, and then on top of that, unhealthy fats. And we're supposed to sit here and have a lifestyle of us being happy and thriving in this space. But in the real reality check that you need, you are making a perfect combination for a toxic storm for insulin resistance and diabetes to thrive in. So, I didn't know what in the world. He got this colorful outfit on, y'all. I'm at the lake. I'm sitting here looking at this man in this colorful outfit. I didn't know what was coming around this corner. It looked like Big Bird was walking over here. I'm sorry. So, hold on. Let me see, where was I at with my points? Okay. So, it's not in just the numbers. This epidemic is also from you looking at the amount of people that are dealing with their quality of life diminishing. Because for years on end, they've been having to take insulin. They've been going back and forth to the doctor. Maybe you just got diagnosed and you're already starting to see the changes in your body. This is taking away from your quality of life, because if you think about it and you sit back, vacationing, you have to plan that around when you're going to have your insulin, if you have enough. You sitting here every single day being able to function. You have to plan around, okay, if I know that I want to go downtown or something, I have to make sure I have my insulin or I get my shot beforehand. You sit here and you wake up and the first thing you're thinking about is the 10 prescriptions that you have to take. And before you go to bed, you have to remember to take the other 10 prescriptions. Thank you for the follows. This is stealing time from you as well as energy. And you're not realizing this. And not just in the energetic space of thinking like energy, oh, I'm tired. Also think about the energetic space spiritually. You're sitting here making your body work overtime. You're also putting your body in a stressed out state because it's working overtime. And you're putting it in a stressed out state because it's having to depend on the little itty bit of medication that you give it that's supposed to be helping. It's depending on the little itty bit of nutrients that you might get when you eat a red vegetable or a fruit as a side or a little tiny snack, and that's all you give it. So every single day your body is running on fumes. This is going to cause you to have anxiety. This is going to cause you to be in and out of depression episodes. This is going to cause panic attacks. And do you understand why? Do you understand why that is going to happen to you? Because your body has nothing to run off of. When you're running off of fumes, nothing can function at this full capacity like it should be. So, when you sit here and you think there are millions of people functioning and living like this, you realize that there is a crisis happening. And the crisis is happening in your own home. It's nobody else that can deal with this issue until you come to the realization that you have been poisoning yourself for years on end. And yes, it is an issue outside of you because you were raised with these habits. But now it's an internal issue of the fact that, do you want to change, or do you want to keep doing the same thing that you've been doing for years on end? Do you want to help your body and build your body up, or do you want to keep doing the same thing that you've been doing for years? Going down the same path. Because if you want change, it's there for you. But if you do not want change, you're going to be one of these people that are in this statistic of the fact that they're going to make $1 trillion profit in 2030 off of people being insulin resistant, diabetic, or overweight. And they all three go hand in hand. So it's not the matter of if you get one of the three. It's the matter of when you get one of the three. And if you don't get one of the three, if you don't get two or all. So really sit back and realize that you have not gotten to the root cause of your problem. That's why we're suffering the way that we are. The definition of insanity, exactly. I say that all the time, the definition of insanity. We cannot expect to do the same exact thing and then get a different result. The disease is not running your family. And that's the crazy concept that we have all told each other, is that it runs in your family. It does not run in your family. What runs in your family are the same toxic habits that get passed down to you as soon as you start eating, get passed down to you as soon as you start doing chores and start cleaning and using toxic products. The same habits get passed down generation after generation. And this is the reason why we have generation after generation that does not know how to take care of themselves. That's the reason why after generation, every single woman in your family has breast cancer. Every single woman in your family has ovarian cancer. It's because you all eat the same toxic foods and do the same toxic habits. So when you realize that you are making your body be fueled by a fire of inflammation, it is going to make you realize you're lacking in whole nutrients. You're lacking in foods that are nutrient dense, that are going to help your body be able to heal, be able to replenish itself, be able to get energy. So, outside of just food and thinking about internal stress, far as you getting in contact with toxic products, we also have to think about the stress of day to day. Majority of society eats emotionally to deal with the day-to-day stress. We don't healthily cope because you use other mechanisms of grown-up activities or smoking, things like that. And then you sit here and you wonder why your hormones are imbalanced. You wonder why you're anxious all the time. You wonder why you're depressed. You wonder why your blood sugar is spiked. Because when you have this stress going on inside of your body, do you realize that puts your body in a fight or flight state? Because when you don't deal with the external stress, like I said, this is outside of food, this is outside of products, this is thinking about just stress day to day. You're overworked, you're tired, your family's getting on your nerves, your kids are getting on your nerves and stressing you out. Thinking about bills, money, whatever else that stresses you out. And you don't deal with it in a healthy space, but instead you internalize it and you hold on to it. This wreaks havoc on your body, which causes more inflammation. In women, we store stress inside of our pelvic area, inside of our hips. Do you know how to release that? And it's not that difficult to do it. Do you know how to release that as a woman if you are in here in the chat as a woman? Because a majority of women don't. That's the reason why we're sitting out here with all of these different cases of PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, cysts. You're sitting here dealing and having to have a hysterectomy. It's becoming more prominent for people to take their womb out rather than heal it. And that's not a problem to people. And I don't understand how, when you can look at that and know that your body is designed to have this, regardless if you have kids or not. It's a reason why you have it. It's because it literally is the rhythm to your body. And yet you want to sit here and remove it. That is a balancing system for your body. And you want to take that and remove that? It makes no sense. But the good news to all of this is, once you start to understand what you've been doing, you can start to understand what happens inside of the body. You can start understanding the hidden issues that are happening inside of the body. And this will make you be more vigilant to the small little changes that you can make, which impact your life in a whole total complete complex system that allows your lifestyle journey to take off. Okay, So these impactful changes are going to lead you to lasting healthy habits. It's going to lead you to healing internally, which externally will show the result. How many of you right now feel like that you're doing all the things that you can, you feel like you're doing the right things, but you're still not seeing results? How many people in the chat right now, I want to know, I want to see it in the comments. How many people feel like that they're doing the right thing, they're doing what they need to do, but they're not getting the right results? They're not getting the complete full healing that they deserve. They're not seeing the complete results that they would think that they would following diet culture. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. How many people in the chat are dealing with this? Because I hear this often, not only from clients, but also thinking back to how I was before I went plant-based. So I want to know how many people in here right now feel like that. Because I can tell you, before I went plant-based, I was asking the Most High himself that question of the fact that it's like, okay, if I'm doing diet culture, I'm following what they're telling me to do. I'm doing what my doctor's telling me to do with portion control, tracking on MyFitnessPal and calorie counting and everything else. And yet I'm still suffering. I hate the process. I'm uncomfortable, right? It took me to sit back and realize, one, it's not my fault. It is my duty to change for what I need, but it's not my fault that I have lived this way because I was raised this way, okay? And a lot of people have to realize that too. You've been given the wrong tools, so you have no healthy foundation. Your foundation is rocky. And we all know that you have to have a stable, healthy foundation for you to build off of. So once I got down to the nitty gritty of the foundation that I needed for me to be able to build off of, I saw the change that I was looking for and that I deserved. And a lot of people are searching for, but not finding. Because they're doing these diet culture and following these gurus that are telling you to consume dairy, eat meat, take your protein powders, overload this, do this, calorie count. And that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, calorie counting, macro counting, and all those different things, because it makes you have to have an added task that is not needed. Like, let's just be honest. If you are not sitting here trying to be the strong man, the strongest woman, you don't need to be doing all of that. You're doing too much. Especially when you're first into your healthy lifestyle journey, you're doing too much. And doing too much is going to make you quit and go back to the old lifestyle that you were living. So instead of doing too much, why not just do exactly enough? Exactly what you need to do. Do enough. And a lot of people don't see themselves being able to do that because they're believing in this space of what these people teach them with these gurus. So let's talk about what's happening inside of your body if you don't think that you need to change or you don't change at all. Let's talk about what's happening inside of your body. Let me drink a little bit more water before we get into what's happening inside of your body, okay? So what's happening inside of your body when you were insulin resistant? Let's talk about that. When you were insulin resistant, like I talked about before, it is causing your body to stop responding, your cells inside of your body to stop responding to blood sugar. I mean, you're not your blood sugar, it's insulin, excuse me. And so the insulin is a hormone that is responsible for your moving of sugar, which is the glucose, from your bloodstream into your cells to be used as energy. So I lost my point. Charlie, are you plant-based as well? Have you gone plant-based or tried? Because I'm telling you that, like, I think that they have to totally give. Exactly. And that's my thing. Is like, people think all the time that they have to give up food. They have to give up what they love. And you don't have to give it up. You just have to figure out how to make it in a new space and a new life. Oh, how long have you been plant-based? I would like to know if you want to share. Please, how long have you been plant-based? And how has your journey been? While you're typing that up, let me see where I was in my points. So, we're talking about insulin resistance and explaining what's happening inside of your body. My nose, sorry y'all. My nose gets like, when I'm talking a lot on live, my nose gets like not stuffy, but more like it releases. And so it acts kind of funny. So, let's talk about when your diet or your lifestyle changes from diet culture and talking about that. How long have you been plant-based, Charlie? Over 10 years. That's absolutely amazing. That's absolutely amazing. It's been over 4 for me, and I'm going to tell you that I've never gone back. So how has your plant-based journey been? I just want to share because I do post all of my past lives on YouTube. So I would love to know how it's been. I ask everybody that comes in here that's plant-based, how's the journey been? Because I have some people that are starter beginners and they're talking about how they just need more inspiration for recipes. And then I have other people that come in here and talk about like how great their journey has been. So I just want to know, like, how has your journey been for you? So I want to talk about first, like, thinking about diet culture in this space. Thank you. I did it myself. When you are dealing with diet culture and believing in that, diet culture is, especially with the SAD diet, the standard American diet, and thinking about that, it's high in sugar, it's high in refined carbs, and this causes your cells to become insulin resistant. But when you get away from diet culture and believe in lifestyle changes, healthy habits when it comes to food, and realizing that food is medicine, you'll start to understand that your body needs nutrients. So you should be eating stabilizers throughout your day. And if you do not know what stabilizers are, that's a big issue. Because that's the reason why you have no energy. You're not stabilizing your blood sugar and allowing you to actually convert the sugar into energy and have that slow release that you need. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. But I did all the stuff you talked about the junk food cravings and emotional eating. Yeah, in the beginning, I can say like the first 3 months, not saying that I'm like completely like, oh, I don't ever emotionally eat or give into a sugar craving, because let's just be honest, it happens. In the first couple of months, I really had a struggle with using the wrong products, eating the wrong things. And so I had a lot of stumbling blocks in the beginning, especially with like establishing what kind of recipes would be quick and easy and fast. And then I was eating a lot of French fries when I was out and about because I had no meals prepped. It was a bunch of struggles that I had. And so when people come to me and ask about wanting to go plant-based, they work with me in my program, that's what I help people be able to do, is to diminish all those stumbling blocks in the beginning so that you feel comfortable in the space. Because truly, it was a very uncomfortable process. It was a very uncomfortable process because I was so used to living that lifestyle because that's what I was taught. And so getting into that space of realizing how to stabilize my blood sugar and understanding how I'm overloading my internal organs, like we'll talk about in just a minute, it made me realize that I didn't care about the food as much as I cared about my own body. I was treating the food more highly than my body. But when I came to that realization that as people that love to eat, because I love to eat, we view the food higher than ourselves. We view animals higher than ourselves. And it literally says in scripture that you should be treating your neighbor as you treat yourself. So how do you view something else outside of your own being higher than you, or a food higher than you? Because you don't care about yourself. You don't care enough. And that's the reason why you eat the crap. Like, that's kind of the concept, not being rude. But I had to get into that mentality of realizing the fact that I eat crap because I think that I deserve to eat crap. Like, everybody else eats the crap. It's normalized. So I should be eating the crap too. And that concept has made us sick as a society. You can say you have self-love and you care about yourself as much as you want to. But if you still eat a bunch of BS, you think you deserve BS. Like, let's just be honest. That's just what it is. Because if you truly want to help your body and you know that you're going through things, then you'll realize very quickly that something has to change and something is wrong. Oh, I see your comments, guys. I do. I see your comments. If you are new here, I see comments. I'll get on a tangent, so I have to take breaks in between so I don't forget my talking point of what I was talking about. This problem now, it's new. Started noticing I couldn't, in the past, go a meal without some type of meat. And that's how I was raised. I was raised in the South when you didn't have a meal without meat or dairy. Like, that's weird. If you didn't have meat on your plate, it was a snack kind of situation. Like, that's a side or a snack. Like, it's not normal. But when you look at scripturally, like, let's just say, like, looking in the Bible, and you realize they weren't eating meat every day. They weren't eating it with every meal. They weren't eating it even like every week. Maybe once a month, every couple of months. Because you know why? As a person, First of all, we were put here dominion over animals, right? Thank you for the likes. People take dominion as we can do any and everything. That's the reason why these people out here treating their children like slaves, treating their children like they're less than. Because we believe when we're put dominion over things that we can do anything that we want to and there's no consequences because I'm dominion over you. That's what it says scripturally. But scripturally, when you look at when it says having dominion over something, that's not what it means. What it means is you're here for guidance. You're here to support. You're here to protect. So you're not supposed to be sitting here slaughtering the animal because you're a hierarchy bigger than him. Because the lion slays all animals. That's what y'all love to argue. A lion eats meat. Are you a lion? Are you in a lion's den? Do you sit out here and go hunt with your bare claws? No, you don't. You're not a lion. Stop making that comparison. Like, I hate that comparison because it makes no sense. Dominion means you care for. So you shouldn't be out here kicking puppies. Like, that's what dominion means. You shouldn't be out here thinking that it's okay for you to slaughter animals unless you are starving. There's a difference. Or you're doing sacrifice, which we don't have to do anymore. Or celebration, which still happens, but y'all celebrate the wrong holidays. And I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole different story. But the point is, y'all take dominion in the wrong space because you don't know the literal definition that the biblical Bible tells you to have, because you don't observe. You take it and in your own understanding you run with it, when it says in scripture you should not be using your own understanding. And you do need protein. There are plant-based proteins. That's a mind control concept that they have programmed you to believe that plants don't give you protein. But literally, I think it was last year or the year before, and I'm trying to think, one of the strongest people in the world, they won one award. Like, I think they were second or third place, and the strongest people in the world were vegan. So explain to me how you need protein to build muscle. You have to have protein to live. And the strongest person in the world, one of, is vegan. And they're not eating meat. You know why? Because they have programmed you to believe that this is the only protein that you can have and you can eat. But in reality, in the actual reality, that's the most unhealthy protein that you can have and that you can eat. The most unhealthy. And to break down why it's the most unhealthy, meat is tainted today. Regardless if you want to sit there and you look and you say that Yehoshua HaMashiach came back, which aka y'all want to call him Jesus, which Jesus is not a thing. That's not his name, but that's another topic as well. You sit there and say that it's been sanctified because he came back and passed away, and for all of our sins he has come back and now we are renewed. I mean, it's renewed. We are sanctified. We can eat it now, right? But when you also see in Romans 12:2, it talks about daily renewing your mind so that you are in the space to see what the Most High himself deems as perfect and something that you should be doing, which obviously I'm misquoting because I can't think of the exact word, because it's a good word, but I can't think of it. And so majority of society does the same thing every single day, follows these governments that don't care about you, follow these people that poison you, follow these people that literally tell you that they're not going to help you, and you never daily renew your mind. And then you want to sit back and you want to refer to the fact that your grandma is still alive and she ate meat and dairy. Your grandma became a person in the 20s and the 30s. Your great grandma became a person in the 10s, whatever else. The point is that meat has changed. Life has changed. We're 3-4 different generations away from your great grandma, your grandma, whoever else. Why are you still looking and reflecting on that? Reflect on their life to be like, oh, they lived a good life. Don't reflect on it to say, this is how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do exactly what they did to the T. Because you know what that is? That's a lack of self-evaluation. You have performances at work to self-evaluate, to make sure that you're hitting your goals, you're hitting your markers, and if you're not, you need to improve in this. You want to get to this space, this is what you need to do. You want to do this, you need to get here. Oh, you're doing this well, right? So why do you not do that for your own self with your health? I don't know. That's a question you have to answer for yourself. Your issue is hormones causing cravings, premenopause. Oh, your issue was okay. I see. I misquoted. My bad. Hold on. Let me see. Exactly. I didn't have anybody mocking me or anything, but that sounds like a sibling. I had people asking me all types of questions in the beginning, like, okay, well, what do you do? How are you doing this? And then now here they are coming to me and being like, so you use this kind of mushroom to make chicken? I'm like, yeah. Like I'm like, yeah, you can make chicken, you can make steak. Like, I'm like, you do this, you do this. And I have a plant-based beginner book that literally, I'm like, this is beginner recipes that'll help you. It's literally over 20 recipes that'll allow you to be able to do it. It's only $30. Like, go get that if you need help. Literally, you said all you need to do is add the essential amino acids. You need all the essentials. You just have to eat your fruits and vegetables. It's not difficult. Just eat your fruits and vegetables. Make sure you're eating a rainbow plate, a plethora. And I break down, if you do not know how to get all of your nutrients in a rainbow plate, I break that down. In my Eating Away Diabetes Cookbook, okay? I break it down. So, as we were just talking about how your body eventually starts overworking your organs, let's talk about the impact that is happening to your organs, okay? So, what happens when you are insulin resistant and your blood sugar is spiked and you do nothing about it? So, it's going to affect your pancreas, obviously. Your pancreas is going to be working overtime because your pancreas in this space is trying to produce more sugar to help expel the toxic sugar and balance your blood sugar levels, which is not going to happen because you don't help it. Then, this is not only going to affect your pancreas, but it's also going to cause your liver to work overtime because there's going to be an excess load of sugar, which is getting stored as fat. This is how you become overweight, right? So, this is storing inside of you, which is going to cause fatty liver disease. As you go about your day, keep going about your life, and you change nothing. Now, all of a sudden, your pancreas and your liver are working overtime. Now, your kidneys are working overtime as well. Your kidneys are dealing with your high blood sugar levels by overcompensating. It's overworking because it's your filter for your blood. So it's overcompensating, trying to give you new cells to replicate and help your blood sugar be filtered. Help your blood be filtered out from the sugar, which is causing you to be in an increased state of being at risk to have kidney disease. So that's your kidney, your pancreas, and your liver right there. Let's talk about what happens to the heart. Now, your internal organs are working overtime. Now, your heart is beating fast. It's pumping, trying to get blood flowing into the arteries, through the arteries, and it's contributing to you having high blood pressure now. Now, you have high blood pressure, and you're sitting here at risk for heart disease. Do you see how it's deeper than just, I'm stressed out? Because when you are stressed out internally, this is causing your organs to work 3 times what they need to do. That's your kidney, your heart, your liver, and your pancreas. Let's talk about your gut health as well. So your gut is how you eat and you use it as nutrients and you balance, right? So your gut, your pH in your gut is supposed to be balanced. It's supposed to support you so that when you're eating, you're digesting, so that your digestive tract can expel what it doesn't use, and then the rest of it can be converted into nutrients. So when you think about your gut health being impacted, this is going to cause you to have chronic inflammation, IBS. This is going to cause a disruption to your gut microbiome, which is your gut's pH, which in return is going to cause issues with digestion, issues with nutrients absorption, and then also cause you to be immune compromised. When your gut is backed up and your digestive tract is backed up, this is a feeding ground for parasites to thrive and to have babies. They're going to keep producing and they're going to keep feeding. And you know why? Because you never do anything to get rid of them and you keep feeding them meat and dairy. So as you keep feeding them meat and dairy, they keep producing babies because you're giving them a home to live in. Exactly. Being plant-based stops all of that, okay? And so that's what we're talking about, how we can get there. So every system in your body is interconnected. Every system in your body has to be supported with food. Every system in your body is negatively impacted by all the toxins that you use, that you consume. And so you sit here and you don't realize that it's a complete domino effect that is impacting your body. And instead of you realizing the domino effect and how it's really truly harming your body internally and externally, making you suffer as well, you keep doing the same thing because everybody's fatigued and tired, right? Everybody's overworked, and you blame it on this and that, and you don't realize it's your own habits that cause this. She said, thank you, I heard enough. I'm ready for change. You didn't hear enough, breadwinner, because if I knew that you had heard enough and you were ready for change, you would already be in the link in my bio. You would already be in there like, okay, what product or service? What do I need? Because if you were really ready for that change, no doctor is going to give you what I give you. Unless you're going to a holistic specialist. That's a different story. But no doctor that is in this Western medicine society, well, hi, breadwinner. It's fine that you just arrived. I'm not jumping on you at all. At all. I'm not jumping on you. Because no doctor is going to tell you how to heal. What do they keep doing? They're going to keep you as a patient, and they're going to keep you spending money. That whole concept of that little tone that they were, what was it? It was like a sound on TikTok that was talking about make them pockets hurt. It should have been doctors in there dancing. Because that's what's going to happen. Insurance companies are going to start dropping you. And these doctors are going to start charging you more. And then guess who's going to be sitting here hurting? Because it's not the doctor. The doctor's going to get paid. It's going to be you in your pockets. And you're going to be sitting here talking about, well, I can't afford my medication anymore and I don't know what to do. And you're crying to all your loved ones. But why are you crying when there's an actual solution? Because natural healing is possible. Natural healing is a real thing. They've made you believe that you can only manage with a prescription or a medication. When that's managing. Yeah, you can manage and deal with it for the rest of your life, or you can heal between 12 weeks to 6 months. And then now here you are in the space of not only having sustainable habits, but also healed so you're no longer suffering from the issue and supporting your full system of flushing itself. People go to a plant-based lifestyle for over a month. And I mean plant-based, they eat fruits only for over a month and they heal themselves from cancer. So please do not come to me thinking that there is anything in your body that you cannot heal from and you are the anomaly, because you're not an anomaly. All of our bodies function the same. We might have different habits, but all of our bodies function the same. They're all designed the same. It's a matter of what you do that throws off the balance. It's a matter of what you do that impacts you negatively. So if you are sitting here thinking like, I have to eat for my blood type or I have to do this, I'm going to let you know now that's a scam. You don't have to eat for your blood type unless you're eating meat and dairy, and you should stop eating meat and dairy. So it's a scam. It's another diet. You don't have to eat for your blood type, because if you're eating fruits and vegetables, everybody can live and thrive off of fruits and vegetables. There's a reason why Mother Earth itself produces fruits and vegetables. It gives you vegetation to feed off of. People can go out here, and I had a video on this, and I'm going to say it again because I have a video I just posted. People go out here and they go back to eating meat after being plant-based for years and they get sick. You go from eating meat and dairy all the way to plant-based, of no longer eating all these toxic foods, and you just go literally to fruits and vegetables, you won't get sick. You won't have any side effects. And I mean actually eating them, not just sitting here eating processed foods and saying, oh, I'm vegan. I mean actually eating the rainbow that you should be eating. You don't get sick. You don't have any repercussions. You don't have side effects. You might have cravings, but that's not a side effect. That's not a problem. Cravings can be fed in the correct space. And that's what I teach with all my cookbooks. You can have cravings. Cravings are not the problem. The problem is how you feed them. Cravings are not your problem. It's how you feed them. So when you realize that a lot of people are not realizing the damage that they're doing to not only their internal organs, but also the effect on their blood sugar levels, it's time to take control. Because this whole concept of us staying in this space of being brainwashed and going day by day and doing the same thing that everybody's doing, it's not working for us. It's not working. So let's think about naturally healing with foods. Like, let's really think about it. The power of you eating a whole plant-based lifestyle is you'll see the magic what happens to your body, because either food is something that's helping you or harming you, and you'll see the magical impact that helping your body heal does when you eat plant-based foods, because your body is a healing mechanism and it's designed to heal itself, but you're blocking your own healing. Okay, so when you are eating your fiber, your healthy fats, your antioxidants, and getting your water, you're flushing your body with the water, obviously. Antioxidants from fruits and veggies are going to be able to combat all of the oxidative stress that you've been putting your body in inflammation. Oxidative stress in the body, as well as lack of hydration, are the key factor and breeding ground for cancer. Cancer cannot thrive in a space that is completely hydrated and getting hydration on a cellular level, as well as the fact that it cannot survive in a well-oxygenated space. That's the reason why in 2020, they had y'all on these oxygen machines taking your oxygen level to make sure that it was over 90%. You know why? Because diseases and illnesses cannot thrive in a space that are getting oxygen on a cellular level. Because oxygen and hydration are two key factors that your body needs to be having your cells flowing through your body and doing it effectively so that it can replicate. Okay? So also, healthy food, healthy fats. So you're sitting here thinking like, oh, I can't get a healthy fat or proteins unless I'm having meat. But healthy fats and healthy proteins come from avocados, nuts, seeds. These all help you reduce your inflammation, and also is going to help you stabilize your insulin sensitivity. It's a stabilizer. So like I was talking about earlier, people don't know what stabilizers are. I just listed out the stabilizers for you. That's what you need to balance your blood sugar, okay? And if you want to learn how to cook these and make them in a space where you don't even know that you're really eating these foods, but you want pudding or you want stir fry, you want chili, whatever else, my plant-based cookbook is going to be able to help you do that, because it breaks down how simple it can be to eat plant-based foods, okay? Fiber that is found in vegetables, because a lot of people are not getting enough fiber. America is one place that we do not get enough fiber, yet we're sitting here wondering why we're constipated, because you don't get enough fiber. Fiber comes from vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes. Fiber helps you not only stabilize your blood sugar, but it supports your gut health, which is going to make you go to the bathroom on a regular, which you should be doing. Thank you for the follows. I really appreciate it, and the likes. So when you fuel your body with healing foods, you see how you're giving your body the tools, because you literally feel the energetic difference. You see how you're setting yourself up to reverse all the damage that you've been putting on your body and actually thrive on your health journey, versus just making it by and hating the process, but doing it because you have to. Because that's a difference. I don't eat plant-based because I have to and I hate it. I live a plant-based lifestyle because I saw the difference and I loved it. Because I thought it was going to be like a diet where I was going to do like keto, paleo, all I do for a couple months and I quit. After that 3-month mark, I was really like, oh, I will never go back, because I stopped hitting all those stumbling blocks. I really started to see a change in my body. Too many people are sitting out here believing in diet culture, and they're not putting 2 and 2 together to realize diet culture has led you here. Diet culture is keeping you ill. They give you Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers, and they tell you to count these points, which are calories, but you never look at the ingredients because it's approved by them. And the ingredients say titanium dioxide, sodium phosphate. Phosphate is phosphoric acid. Like, it has all these different things in it that are toxic to your body. Yes, you might lose weight because you're eating low calories, but you're still building yourself up with toxins. People can be skinny and still be unhealthy. That's what y'all don't realize. A lot of people don't realize it's not your body size that makes you healthy. Not saying you can be the biggest of the biggest out here or the smallest of the smallest and be the healthiest. But what I'm saying is your body size does not determine how healthy you are. Because I know skinny people that still eat a bunch of crap. I know big people that eat the healthiest stuff that they possibly can. They eat their boiled chicken and all this stuff that they're being told by diet culture. Neither of them are healthy. It's the matter of what you eat that is giving you the nourishment that you need. If you are flushed internally, your gut is balanced. If you're feeling like you eat enough, or not feeling like, but you know you eat enough fiber, you eat these healthy fats and healthy proteins, you're on the right track and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're not eating meat, you're not eating dairy. But if you're eating meat and you're eating dairy, you're not on the right track. If you're eating all these processed foods with toxic chemicals, you're not on the right track. That was me, super skinny, but ate horrible foods as a teen. Exactly. I wasn't super skinny. I was actually overweight majority of my life. But I was playing two sports. I played sports all year. Played two sports at one time. During softball season, I was playing volleyball and softball at the same time. And I was losing weight. I was feeling good. I was slimming down. Everybody's complimenting me for slimming down. But guess what? I was doing diet culture. I was hating it. I was eating salads, and then I'm sitting here eating meat, plain meat, no bread, no cheese, no dairy, just nothing, and was suffering. I was getting these little frozen packet smoothies that come in these little bottles that all you have to do is shake some juice up into it, and it somehow turns into a smoothie. I don't even want to know what the ingredients were in those things. This was my mindset of what was healthy. This was my mindset. If your gut balance is off, your brain is going to be off. You know what causes your gut balance to be off? These terrible toxic foods. You know what happens when your brain is off? All of your internal functions can't function the way that they should be. You know what else happens? Depression, anxiety, mental fog, fatigue. Guess what's happening a lot in our society right now? We have people that are dependent on antidepressants. We have people that are dependent on panic attack medications. Do you see the full circle of how we're literally eating ourselves into insanity? We're eating ourselves into losing our minds. Thank you for the follows and the likes. You have to start avoiding these processed, terrible, toxic, refined carbs and sugars. You have to get rid of these terrible, unhealthy fats, trans fats to be exact, and fried, unhealthy foods from these fast food places. If you're still eating fast food in restaurants, you have to quit. You have to stop eating artificial. You have to stop eating artificial additives and preservatives, because preservatives are literally preserving your insides. That's the reason why they can preserve the food on the shelf. It also preserves your insides. These foods disrupt your hormones, they spike your blood sugar, and they also are going to be a feeding and breeding ground for inflammation and parasites. You don't have to keep doing this to yourself. The action that you have to take is starting to incorporate better habits, small little changes. So add a new vegetable into your meal. Put more vegetables on your plate and fruit on your plate than you do anything else. Start to swap out refined grains for whole grains. Start to drink more water. Figure out different things that you can incorporate in your life for smoothies if you like a smoothie. Small little changes are going to end up with the big result. I'm not saying you do this and your lifestyle is going to completely change. You have to keep going. But the point is, those small little changes are going to allow you to be able to see the big results. Because if you start to see how a plant-based lifestyle really does change you, you'll start to make more changes towards your health rather than against it. Because the majority of you are doing whatever you can to make it by, and you're putting your health on the back burner. And that's not okay. That's the reason why we are in a crisis. We're in an epidemic. So, if you are ready to take control of your health, before I get off of here, I would love to see any questions that you have. But if you are ready to start taking care of your health and start actually creating the journey, the health journey that you deserve, you need to get my Eating Away Diabetes Cookbook. This Eating Away Diabetes Cookbook is going to help you be able to not only reverse your diabetes and to really get rid of that insulin resistance, but also be able to diminish the inflammation that you have going on, because it's an overload of inflammation and toxins that are causing all these different issues, okay? My Eating Away Diabetes Cookbook is going to not only help you be able to cook and make plant-based recipes, but it's also going to help you be able to get in the space of understanding your A1C, help you be able to understand diet culture and how it's been impacting you, and then also breaking down inflammation. And it gives you so much more outside of that, but these are the key factors that you need to focus in on. It gives you a bonus section. It breaks down. It literally gives you the breakdown of eating a rainbow plate. It's over 100 pages in this book. It's over 100 pages, and it's all to help you be able to ease your way into health. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you for the gifts. And if you are ready for that, or if you're ready for a tailored actual strategy session that is going to help you be able to live the lifestyle, make your own non-toxic products, make your own plant-based recipes, help you be able to not only make your non-toxic products, but also be able to make your own natural medicine, be able to sustain this lifestyle for longer than just diet culture of a couple of months, you will get into my plant-based program, my Bloom and Thrive program. My Bloom and Thrive program is for the people that are ready to have a sustainable plant-based lifestyle, and they need that accountability and support from me with one-on-ones and endless access, because you will have a direct app that is for me, for us to be able to communicate through if you have any questions or concerns, as well as you are able to start making your own natural medicine, because that's where we're at in society. You can't sit here and think that you're going to wait until 2030 and see what happens. You need to be prepared. I have been prepared for 4 years already. So in the next 4 years, I'm not going to be sitting here panicking in 2029. You have to be prepared and set and ready, because you can't decide that you're going to do it later on and then think you're going to be stabilized. You need to have all of the stability before things hit the fan, and things are already hitting the fan. Let's just be honest. You don't know how to eat now. So can you only imagine when you get stressed out and don't want to do anything anymore because you're overworked and you're tired, or maybe you have to worry about funds or whatever else? Can you only imagine if your health is now impacted and now you have diabetes? Now you have an overload of inflammation and you have kidney failure. Now you have an overload of inflammation and you have liver damage. So now you have fatty liver, heart disease, high blood pressure. Like, why wait until you get diagnosed with something instead of giving yourself the tools that you need to be able to live the lifestyle that you deserve? What questions do you guys have for me? Because your health can't wait. Like, when you've been putting your health on the back burner like you have been, you see where you've been led to. So what are you going to do? Before I wrap this up, what questions do you have? I want to hear from you guys. What questions do you have? Thank you for sharing this live. I really appreciate it. What questions do you guys have for me? Thank you for the likes. We hit 3.4K. Thank you. Drop your questions in the comments. What questions do you have for me before I get off? And I appreciate everybody that has been here. Thank you for all the comments. I really appreciate every single one of you who followed. Thank you for sharing, for the people who I've shared in this live. I truly do appreciate it. Before I get off, what questions do you have? I will give you about a couple more minutes to drop something, maybe one more minute to see if anybody drops any questions. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. I think I keep like feeling something. I think it's a blackhead, because I'm like, I keep feeling something right here and I don't see anything. And I think it's a blackhead forming up under my chin, and I don't know why. What questions do you guys have for me? It looks like it. I think it is. I think it's a blackhead, and I don't usually get blackheads, so oh my goodness. I probably need to scrub it. I need to, because like I said, like I ate some sugar. Well, not ate some sugar, but I drank some sugar some months ago, and it really messed up my skin, y'all. That's why I said, like, I'm not perfect. But I know how to not feed into those cravings, because I give myself other things. You woke up with a blackhead this morning? I usually don't get them, so that's why I'm kind of shook. What questions do you guys have for me? I usually don't. I usually don't get blackheads. It's not something I usually, if I do get a blackhead, it used to be like in my ears, which is also a sign of inflammation. So that's why I said I ate some sugar, but it was a while ago. But I know it has messed me up, and my body said no, thank you. What questions do you guys have for me before I get off? Everything. Do you eat raw sometimes? Yes, I do. Yes. I usually do a cleanse a month. Monica, if you want to know how you lower your A1C specifically, I do have an Eating Away Diabetes Cookbook that is going to help you be able to lower your A1C, because I cover all of that in there. It's over 100 pages in that ebook, and it'll help you. And I'm also crafting up something for the month of February. If not, it'll be the beginning of March. That is going to be a guide into starting to eat plant-based, which is going to be tailored to insulin resistance diabetes in general. So, Monica, I do have a support for you with the A1C. And if you would rather just have a one-on-one with me, I can work. If you DM me, you have to DM me for this, though. This is not going to be linked in my link tree. If you are looking for support and you want a one-on-one with me so you can actually like talk about the specific issue that you're having, so you can have a tailored strategy for you. If you book a one-on-one with me, and I'm only doing this for y'all that are in this chat right now, if you have to do this today, after today it won't be available. If you DM me today and I'll send you a direct link for my one-on-one. You will get my Eating Away Diabetes Cookbook, and you'll get the one-on-one. So you'll get the Diabetes Cookbook with that one-on-one with me. But you have to book a one-on-one with me today. After today, it won't happen. And I practice the Sabbath, so if it's after sundown, I won't even be checking my DMs, so you will miss out. You have to get that one-on-one today. And we'll have that one-on-one we'll start on Sunday. Depending on whatever day you book for next week. But my week starts on Sundays. So if that is something that you'd be interested in, I will do that for you guys that are in here, because I haven't done my, I usually do a freebie a year, maybe 2, and I haven't done my freebie this year. So I have to figure out like what that big freebie is going to be. But I want to do some certain different things. So I have quite a different things on my mind. Quite a few different things. What other questions do you guys have for me? What other questions? And this live will be posted on YouTube later on. I don't know. Since I'm going to post this on YouTube, I'm debating if I want to extend. No, I'm going to do it just for the people that are on live here today. I'm not going to extend it until you have till today. You have until the end of the day. Because like I said, I have other things in the works. So this is going to be something that if you want to book a one-on-one and have that accountability and that support, I will allow you today to book that, and you will get my Eating Away Diabetes Cookbook. Do you use yes, everything, all the products that I use, and I make my hair products. I make my only thing I don't make is my face wash, because I found a really good one from Urban something, I think that's what it's called. It's like Urban something, and it's made from black castor oil and black African soap, and I think black castor oil, something else is made from a couple different things. But yeah, that's the only thing that I don't make for myself. Oh yeah, I stopped using toxic. I stopped using all products that were commercialized and on the shelves, ready, accessible. I think pretty early on in my journey. I make my own mouthwash, I make my own toothpaste, I make my own body wash, shampoo, laundry detergent. I literally make everything for myself. And it's not difficult because you can make it all in bulk, so you don't have to make this often. So you not only are saving money, but in reality also you're saving time, because you don't have to keep going back and forth to the store to get, oh, I need bleach, oh, I need Clorox, oh, I need this. You don't need all those toxic chemicals in your home. You don't need Febreze all up and down your surfaces. It's not doing anything but masking the germs with a scent. What you need is actual clean products that actually clean. Bleach, many of y'all don't even know this. Bleach is used as a disinfectant, but it's not even a disinfectant. Bleach is not a disinfectant. There have been so many different research articles that even talk about the fact that bleach just literally coats the bacteria in the area. So it smells heavy. You think you're cleaning, but it actually does not actually kill off bacteria. It just coats it. It does not get rid of it. So all it's doing is just moving it around in the surface and coating it with bleach. And the only way that you get sick and come in contact with this bacteria in your body is if it has something to feed off of. So you walking into the doctor's office and it makes you feel good because everything smells like bleach, so it smells clean. You're just smelling a bunch of chemicals, in which these chemicals store inside of your liver. So the smell of these chemicals are storing inside of you. There's no reason for you to be doing that to yourself, hun. Like, let's not do it when we can make our own non-toxic products. And we do all of that with my program. With my program, I show you how to make all of the non-toxic products, your own medication, cook your own plant-based recipes, making your grocery list, mapping out your grocery list, mapping out and doing a pantry and refrigerator audit, because that is needed, but not for you to throw everything away and have nothing to eat, but so you can find your replacements for your grocery list, which we will break down and go through about you, like grocery shopping, saving money, and things like that, because people believe that plant-based is expensive, and it's not expensive. It's a matter of the fact that you don't know where to shop. You don't know how to spend your money. You learned how to spend your money when you first got your first paycheck. It's just a learning curve. That's all it is. The mindset that you have about it being difficult is what's holding you back. It's not the actual difficulty of doing it. It's the thought of doing it. So what other questions do you guys have for me before I get off? Like I said, if you book a one-on-one with me today, for the people that are in the chat, this is for you and you only. If you book it today, before the end of the day, I will be giving you that plant-based cookbook, and you'll be getting a one-on-one with me that we'll be having next week. You have to book it before today. The link will expire tonight, so it will be today and today only. I'll give you until midnight. Even though I practice the Sabbath, I'll give you until midnight. But after that, it will be gone. So if that is something you were interested in, you need to get on that, and you need to get on it now. What questions do you guys have for me? No other questions? You're fine. Hold on, it's asking me to verify myself. Okay. It doesn't have to be your last question. You can ask as many questions as you need. I'm not rushing to get off of here. I'm just, there's no reason for me to sit here and just be like, what questions do you got? I do Q&A sometimes. So like sometimes I am just sitting here like, what questions do you guys have and waiting? But like, we've had a whole like 90-minute live, so there's no reason for me just like sitting here. No, I'm fine. You can ask as many questions as you need. I intermittent fast every single day, and I do like during my cleansing time, I can choose either to fast for 24 hours or plus, or I do fruits and vegetables. It just depends. It really just depends. But yes, I do fast. That's like a part of my cleansing that I do every single month. So yeah, it's either one or the other that I'm doing, or a multitude, a plethora. So it's just a matter of what kind of space I'm in. And you learn all of that based on your body, because a lot of people don't know how to listen to their body, so they don't know the signs. And so when you are in tune with your body because you've been eating the way that you should be for the longest, you know when something is off immediately, and you know what caused it. So then you know how to treat it, because sometimes I could just do a little cleanse, I'm rebalanced, I'm fine. Sometimes I need to fast, because that's my body telling me my gut and my digestive tract is backed up, as well as the fact that, like, let's say my weight starts fluctuating. I know right then and there is something blocked. So I need to give my body time to release. So it's just a matter of understanding and knowing how to read your body, and that all comes with it. Do you have any more questions? That's perfectly fine. Do you guys have any more questions? I'm fine with as many questions as you have to ask. I take and I answer. Any more questions before I get off? And thank you for all the questions too. I do appreciate your questions. What questions do you guys have? 4 more. I'm debating, because now you're talking about like fasting, and I fast every single day, and I'm trying to debate if I'm gonna fast until later or if I want to break my fast and eat some hummus, because I love hummus. Hummus is my go-to. No questions from you guys? No? We have no questions? Thank you for the likes, guys. Okay, well, I'm not seeing any more questions, so I am going to hop off. I hope everybody has an amazing, amazing rest of their weekend. If you practice the Sabbath, happy Sabbath. I'm so grateful. You said if you don't have any, I would love if you made a video on how to make your hair products. I do not have any videos, because that's something I teach in my program. Just because of the fact that, like I said, like, people take the information and they do nothing with it. And so that's something that is exclusive to my program, because I love making my hair products, and that's something that takes me time and energy, and so I deserve to get paid. So yeah, I love my hummus. I love hummus. But thank you for asking, though. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate it. I was thinking about hosting a masterclass of making, what was I gonna make? What was it of? Making toothpaste and mouthwash. That's what it was. But I didn't have, like I said, like, people want to take the information. They don't want to pay for it. They don't want to do anything with it. And so I had people talking about, like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to be able to make my own. And guess who showed up? And I think it was like, I know it was less than $50. I want to say it was like $20 or $30. So it wasn't even that expensive. And people still were like, no. But I'm like, you want me to sit here and waste my products in time to show you how to make these things that you can make on your own? No, I'm not going to do it. That doesn't align with me. I don't waste my time. I don't waste my energy. I want results. I want results. So I am going to hop off of here, but thank you for the questions. Thank you for asking. Like I said, you can get in my program, my Bloom and Thrive program. You can get everything that I have with Klarna Firmer Afterpay. We're right around tax season, so Klarna Firmer Afterpay, it's going to be your best friend. You are so welcome. Like I said, like, we're right around tax season. People spend and blow through their taxes all the time. It's not the lack of money. It's the lack of wants. Because if you want something, you're going to go get it. You want new clothes, you're going to go get your new clothes. You want this food, you're going to drive 30 minutes to go get that food. So why do you not want to take care of yourself and not use toxic products, use toxic foods? Okay, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. Peace, y'all. I'm out. check out, I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, by the way. I post all my past lives on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, go subscribe. Go follow me on my other socials, just in case they take this app away from us. We never know what's going to happen. Thank you guys for the follows and the likes. I really appreciate it. I'm out. I'm going to enjoy.